How close are you, my friend? I mean, Tree Man obliterate their deck down to 4 cards. So the grove grows stronger as we take them down to 4 cards. Little Tree Man, get him! Everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel again with another deck for you today. A very stupid deck because, as I said, let's face it, it's all about stupid decks until the new cards come out, new champions, and we start to explore with them. Obviously, there'll be another reveal tonight that'll be on here if you want to see the latest cards and my opinions on them. But let's just get in and see what stupidity I've created for you today. Let's go. What with Deep doing so good in the seasonals and a lot of people wanting to explore Deep, because Deep is actually a really good concept, Gomez decided to make a Deep deck which is not actually a Deep deck. Let me explain. So as you will see, there's only one sea monster in, actually correction there, because the sea scarab still counts as sea monsters. There's only 4 sea monsters in the deck, Nautilus. But we're disguising ourselves as a standard Deep deck in the fact that we are actually running a Maokai and Nautilus, but we're only running 1 Nautilus. Literally, the one sole purpose of Nautilus is if we toss the shipwreck holder to give us another shipwreck holder. Sounds terrible, but it's legitimately true. That is Nautilus's whole purpose in this deck. We could actually technically put another shipwreck holder in. I have actually considered this, so you could actually go getting rid of a Cursed Keeper and putting in another shipwreck holder. That actually would be perfectly fine. But this deck is more centered around Tree Man and obliterating your opponent's deck as quickly as possible. So all of these things are just all helping you toss cards. Its whole thing is basically make copies of Dredgers with Faded Memory / make copies of Sea Scarab, make copies of whatever the hell, bearing in mind that when they die, they're also going to be helping go towards Tree Man's level up. And of course, we're running Lost Riches, because with all the amounts of tossing and that we're throwing in there, you might as well try and get some treasures in there and get some benefits off of those as well. So this is the stupid deck of which I've decided to run, full of deaths and tosses. As I said, the main win condition is you get to Tree Man as quickly as possible, which this deck really has the way of getting there very quickly of how many toss mechanics and that you've got going on for you, because we're not laying up, we're not getting ourselves down by putting loads of sea monsters in here. Ignore them, they're not needed. It's all about Tree Man. And yeah, then we've got treasures as the treasures can help finish, but also just getting them down to 4 cards, and then just basically surviving for a couple of rounds until they end up out of cards. That's literally the whole purpose of this deck. It's a very stupid deck, but a really fun deck to play. Without a doubt, this is one of those decks where it's really stupid, but really fun to play, and surprisingly, actually got me a lot of wins. In terms of when I was testing this, I think it lost 1 match. It lost 1 match. The best matchup when I was against the actual Deep deck. I believe that they were running the Maokai Deep deck, and literally they played their one thing to note: if you're playing against a deck like this that's running Tree Man, don't play your Nautilus. Don't play your Nautilus until the last possible moment to play him is, because basically my opponent, I think that they were didn't know what was coming, and so they played their Nautilus on turn 7, the exact moment that they could play Nautilus, and that ended up being a downside for them because they played Nautilus, put more cards in their deck. Second they did that, boom, Tree Man came out and all their cards went down to 4. So it's something to bear in mind as being a thing. Sadly, I don't have that match because all of my matches, this is the second recording, because I did actually record twice because I blue screened of death. It's happened quite a bit recently, which is very annoying, but I blue screened of death on the first recording, so this is the second recording. But I hope you still enjoyed the matches that we end up in with this deck. It was actually, I said, it was a really fun deck to play. So please let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. Bearing in mind, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. If you didn't know already, I do stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So you want to come catch the action live, say hello. I've come over from YouTube. I do love it when I read that in the chat. Please feel free to, as well as the fact that there is the Discord link down below if you want to get in there, as well as a monthly clips competition. There is also a games night, a movie night, and this month I will be doing a tournament in that, which is in that Discord. Any details of that you can just message on there, but the lucky winner will get themselves a lovely set of Twisted Fate cards on this lovely little display thing, as well as there's going to be some small cash prizes, and also whoever comes with the memeiest lineup is going to get a special prize. Win, lose, or draw. Whoever comes with the memeiest lineup, judged by me, will get a special prize. So, up to you if you want to get involved in that. I'd love to see a lot of the community, like a lovely little LAN up community that we're making, be involved in that, because it's just going to be a lot of fun. And I want to run them every now and then just so that we can have a good laugh together. That's the main purpose of it. But thank you so much for everyone who's watching. Thank you for everyone who takes the time to subscribe, who literally comments, likes. It all adds up, and I've got an end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers / subscribers. So honestly, thank you all so much. This channel would be nothing without you. I cannot wait to get my hands on the new cards and start crafting and coming up with stupid deck ideas to do with them as well. But anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed how this deck did. So let's see how it did in a couple of matchups. Yet again, pure Targon. But instead of throwing in Aurelian Soul, we've not seen a Leona deck in such a long time. Honestly, Leona has been dead for tree man and all my toss. But yeah, Leona has not been really around for a while. But to be fair, it's only in this recent a lot of cards that we're actually seeing another Daybreak card. I really thought there was going to be Daybreak in Shurima just because it's such a sunny region, but if we've got no champions that are going to work with it, I guess it doesn't make sense. But you know how Targon's got Shadow Isles for what's his face? Nightfall. I honest to God thought there'd be a secondary region that would have Daybreak, and Shurima seemed like it would be that region with how sunny it is there in the desert. So it was a bit of a surprise that we didn't see any, but it's okay. Where's your weapon, Summer? Go get him, trash! So we lose my shipwreck holder, but we can get them back with Nautilus. So okay. Oh, I don't even mind doing this trade. I know that I could have waited. I could have technically taken the free damage. There was nothing that stopped me from taking the free damage, if I'm gonna be honest. Nautilus! More toss! as long as I'm not tossing my riches, and I top deck my riches, so I can start putting some lost riches in my deck, I'll be happy with that. I'm actually going to leave this just in case they throw down the goat or something that I'm going to want to trade with. Because I can throw this forward and they could force out the trade in whichever way they wanted. Ooh. Even better reason not to go for the trade is the fact that now, when I do trade you, your usefulness comes into handy. So, I think I'll potentially Tree Man next turn. Equinox on top of you is my only concern, but other than that, that's fine. Tree Man. Going to next turn, Tree Man. There's not really... It's because I've got another Tree Man that I feel secure about doing this move. And so it's going to be about all the tossing. So you're getting stunned. 11 cards. I'm actually going to leave my mana, because I might want to throw one of these out, but it depends. Yeah, again, it depends on how my opponent reacts. Ooh, glimpse on top of you. It's not looking too bad. Oh! That's a move. So, that is the level up on top of Leona as well. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm gonna tell myself that every little thing is gonna be alright. So we get a stun coming out. It's okay. Behold the sun's glorious light as we throw down the Thorny Toad. So we get a little bit of toss. We get another defensive unit on this field of play. We've got some more tossing going on. We've got our options. You die. I mean, because the thing is, we're doing multiple tossing going in here as well. That's a nice little thing to remember. So I need to ask myself, potentially, do I just want to go for throwing this in here? Get myself a little bit more draw going on while all these attacks are coming for me. Tree Man is slowly but surely thinking, yes. Yeah, I mean, that Haunted Relic would have been nice to work with this, but it's okay. Yes. Death and tosses. My luck. Yes, that's what I thought. This is what we need. The trash! This is what we need. I want to throw down that Scarab, but another part of me is do I want to save the mana to throw? I mean, guys, either way, the same move's going down, so I can throw down the Scarab. Okay, so Tree Man is. I guess I could have waited till next turn. We would have tossed some. We would have got the sapling and tossed some more. Okay, how close are you? So you're getting there. You're basically. Oh yes. So throw you out. Throw you. We've got the ability to toss 4 cards. We've lost one of our other lost riches, but we've already got riches in the deck. This is okay. This is okay. So I could potentially remove Zoe. Potentially here. And how close are you? So... It's okay, that's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So don't worry. So all we need is for certain things to die. So might as well go forward with you. Grab the Zoe. Always Sunny Man's out. There we go forward here. All we need is death and just a toss. And that is pretty much them down to only 4 cards. Now admittedly, it depends on what they've got going for them. Potential obliterates going on their side. Oh, Nail Breaker's actually big! We lose one of our... We lose, so we got no more Lost Riches. I can't actually remember. Did we lose our shipwreck hold? I think we did. In which case, like, Nautilus will bring them back. How close are you, my friend? I mean... Tree Man! Obliterate their deck down to 4 cards! So the grove grows stronger as we take them down to 4 cards. Little Tree Man, get them! Okay, we don't need to see these cards anymore, but they're down to 4. Oh, that's the surrender. Deep, but not really deep. It's more the obliteration of Tree Man. But good time. So pure Fortemortia. There's got to be an elite deck. There's got to be an elite deck. We're against like. Pure full-on Demacia. I'm actually gonna... I'd only keep Haunted Relic if I had a Sea Scarab in hand. I really want to keep Lost Riches. The mathematics. I probably should not have played Lost Riches, let's be honest. Or kept Lost Riches. Ah, Birdman. I see your Birdman. And I raise you. This guy. I could have done Dredger, but part of me's looking at that thinking, but I could play Lost Riches next turn and then just... Every single toss gets me quicker and quicker to that point. So, let's go with that. Let's go with it. I've made my decisions. I've made my terrible decisions. I will live with them. Okay. So, I've got the trash. I've got the 40 toad. It's not actually the worst. We could actually throw down a Haunted Relic right now, in all honesty. I'm not going to, but I had the option. So, we'll go with doing this. I could have even thrown down a Glimpse if I really wanted to. So, I'm actually going to throw down Haunted Relic right now, just because it gives me the defense. At the moment, it just gives me full defense, and if they die, it just means that Maokai is going to be helping me out, so I can live with this. I lost another Lost Riches. It's okay, though. It's okay, I don't need Lost Riches where I'm going. Tree Man, loving all this action going on. Oh, if only you were on the ball before! Okay. Eat the trash! Right. Fading memories. We got rid of that. It's okay, everyone. For justice, for Fortemortia. So I'm going to throw down my Sea Scarab. There could be a single combat that comes down here. Okay, let's see whether or not they'd be willing to throw Garen in front of this. I legitimately thought they might be willing to throw Garen in front of that, but okay. Obviously, single combat, as I said, could come into the Sea Scarab, but that's okay. We get a bit of a toss. We've still got a defense. Oh, my Lost Riches! Oh, my riches! Okay, we've lost all the riches. Oh, but that's actually quite good. The Haunted Relic is nice, just because the Haunted Relic allows me to potentially get more kills off of the Sea Scarab. So, okay, let's face it. They're going into you, right? We know that's going to be a fact, that they're going to be going into the Sea Scarab. I've got no way of protecting the Sea Scarab because I've got no way of getting myself deep quick enough yet, so they get rid of you. It makes sense before you die. I might as well get a little bit more action out of you, like in terms of the fact that, well, I could have actually accepted her death. I could have gone with doing that off of one of these. Ooh, another Sea Scarab. I don't want to throw it down just yet, because if I throw down the other Sea Scarab, it just immediately gets grabbed. So I'll go with the Curse Keeper, but they are gonna start leveling Garen, and slowly but surely that is gonna cause problems. Slowly but surely, the Garen level up is coming for me. The continuous rallies. All I've got to do is survive. Okay? So, single combat is a thing. Obviously, you become a problem. I will end up regretting this, I'm sure. Single combat. Single combat. Okay, right. Single combat, though, can still come out. Single combat! Okay, as long as single combat doesn't come out, I feel somewhat... Okay, so all I need to do is Ravenous Butcher and Jettison. They're defending all the 2-1s. Right, so... all it takes is that and a Jettison. Okay, right, so now I don't have to worry about the single combat dealing with you. But on the plus side, we can reduce them. But they will be rallying on us. Like the only problem is that every single turn, Exodia obliterate their deck down to 4 cards. But we'll obliterate their deck down to 4. But at the same point, they've got a full board of elites. I've got issues. You actually become a good defense against Garen is the only one positive here. Might as well grab you to at least deal with this problem. I'm going to keep everyone else back for defensive purposes. Obviously, Elmhot might get rid of Tree Man, but it might be a little bit too late. No, my shit! Where are my treasures? I put 2 treasures in the deck and I'm not super. Nail Breaker actually would break them, I feel. Like, obviously, I've got things going on with Garen and whatnot, but I feel Nail Breaker would legitimately break them if we were to get it and toss it. Potential Sharp Sight, but I would kick myself forever if I didn't do that move. So, potential Sharp Sight, but as I said, I would legitimately kick myself forever if I didn't go for the move. Sharp Sight, yep, that's fine. On the plus side, oh, Judge! And that's also shuffling another Garen back into their deck. That's the... Right. As well as so, but they will be rallying. The more concerning bit is the fact they will be rallying. Okay. I need to get the things that I need to get. Please. Come to me. Where the hell are my treasures? Literally, the only one thing that can save me right now are that, because they're going to immediately come at me again. So, oh, some eggs. Oh, thank fuck. Okay, at least the eggs. At least the eggs mean that I've got some way of defending. Like, there's the smart move, and then there's the not so smart move. So much more. You know what? Let's open the box. I don't know what's going to be in the box. I know the smart move would be to put the eggs. I'm going to open the box. I'll be damned if I'm not opening this box right now and seeing what the hell I get. Endure is actually quite interesting. And actually, absorb soul. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. The main thing is I'm filling the board. I mean, admittedly, filling the board with 8/8s would have been a much better move. I would... No! No, what do you mean? This isn't over! I didn't even play my full box! I didn't even get to play the full box. Plus, you always had another judgment. Like, no matter what was going to happen, there was always going to be another... But... this is going to be a nab deck, isn't it? The comedy is a lot of my cards are all about tossing, so even if they nab them... Oh, this is... Oh, this is a good starting hand, is what this is. Now, admittedly, I would love to have a... Haunted Relic with this. A Haunted Relic would just be like, you know, magnifique, but I'll take what I can get. So, ooh, the fact they've not got a turn 1 is even better. Tree oh, the tree! He just can't wait to obliterate their deck. I mean, to be fair, I do feel like they're going to be nabbing a lot from us, is my assumption about what my opponent's deck's going to be. Most likely, like, nab Shadow Owls in there just so that they can use the Dreadway, like Ledros Dreadway combo is going to be the assumption. Okay, we've at least got... Oh, so it begins. So it begins! So, the trash man cometh. Ooh, straight up Fibsy, so expect the steals at the stroke of 12. Come on then, steal my cards, do it! I really hope that they get some of the really stupid cards in this deck. The one card I literally... Actually, no, because there's Lost Riches. Like, there's Lost Riches, and there's also... there's Lost Riches, and there's also the Shipwreck Hoarder. Those would be the only cards in this deck I would not want them to grab. Okay, this is fine. I can sacrifice... they had all 3 of those? They had all 3 butchers. That's devastating. Like, I could take 6 damage. I can convince myself that taking 6 damage. I got a lifesteal unit in and oh, my fading memories though. Oh, I could have done with keeping my fading memories. But yeah, so part of me's thinking, let's see, it depends on what we get. I'm gonna go with the 40 Toad and Curse Keeper. 40 Toad and Curse Keeper. I know that I could have instantly gone with this because you would have actually been like a really good trade unit as well. I don't mind doing this. Oh, they're going for that draw. Going for that immediate draw. I really hope they parlay you. Just gonna go forward with this as long as I've got some forward defense. The next turn, which will be like a flat 40 Toad, I could technically throw at least one of these forward. I don't want to because I'm getting the most value of them both being on the field. But right now, I mean, my hand, the hand dictates what must go down. So I might have to sacrifice at least one of these two. What? What? No, this is just beginning. That was actually a really good top deck for me. How dare you leave this battle? How dare you, but also Shadow Mode well played. This is new. Like, Garen with here. I mean, admittedly, Garen does heal himself. So there is actually synergy. I'm going to get rid of the Haunted Relic, but I'll keep the rest of this. Oh, yes! I mean, perfect top decking. This is like what you're looking for, but everything's coming up Gomez, apart from the fact that I don't have my lost riches in order to already have things. Okay. But you know, so I guess like Garen with the healing one, there is synergy because he does. I'm just gonna go forward. I could have waited, but I just want to assert dominance. Oh, I should have waited. I should have waited. But yeah, no, so there's a Star Spring. Garen does start healing himself with regeneration. Got other problems as well, but I can deal with them when they come to me. I could have just done 4 damage if I hadn't just been so impatient. Okay, so Laurent is gonna be. I'm gonna throw you down because then next turn it gives me the ability to Blighted Caretaker. Potential. Okay, that's fine. But I was gonna say potentially they want to queue, so potential single combat. I could imagine a single combat here. I'm still keeping myself in glimpse territory if I wanted to use glimpse. So in a good space here, at least getting a little bit of a toss, getting a little bit of kill, getting closer and closer to my tree man. Can literally move like so there could be single combat. But I'm definitely doing this. I could have technically also put you right on the very end. Not that it would have mattered if there was a single combat. There's nothing they're going to be burst speed now. But we're doing a lot of damage. A lot of damage and a lot of tossing. I mean, they're already down to 6. I haven't even got halfway through my game plan. And they're already down to 6. Obviously, slowly but surely, the healing totem is working for them. Obviously, they could throw down Garen this turn. There he is! We fight for those who cannot. Forward to Murcia! Right, I'm gonna throw down this because yeah, again, we're just tossing. My lost riches! We're just tossing. I could even throw down a glimpse. I could have actually thrown down the Curse Keeper. Right. I'll throw you in the way of this. As long as somebody's dying so that we're getting just that additional toss, I don't mind. So the trash! The trash for the trash! Curse Keeper going into a glimpse. Obviously, we might see a single combat. I kind of wait to see whether or not we see a single combat or not. Because if we see a single combat, then I potentially just glimpse over here. Okay, I'm weird to pass that. It's whether or not we were going to see the level up on Garen was the thing I was looking for here. Now, obviously, now that Garen's on the board, he is going to start actually working for them very well. So, let's think about this. I'm going to throw down more toss. Just because Salvage now levels this. The Salvage is now level. Tree Man's getting closer. Heal to core. So Salvage. I mean, we're getting to the point where we could start putting treasures in our deck. Like, another lost riches gone. But that is us now deep, which does mean the buffs. Oh, and actually, Butcher. But obviously, I've got nowhere else. I've got nowhere else on the board. We're just gonna go wide on them right now. They can't judgment. They can't judgment at the moment, but they could obviously single combat and many other things. Potentially, we might see a Sharp Sight put on top of Garen or Astral Protection. But right now, they're still dead, so it has to be a single combat. It has to be a single combat for trade purposes. Or concerted strike. But I said they can't judgment. There's still 1 mana off of judgment, so there's no coming at me at the moment.
Make it fair.
But they are dead unless they either heal their core or do something drastic in terms of, like, you know, damage. So like 2 single combats or something. So Garen single combats off of here and single combats on here. Like, could be an option. This is my opponent, as they heal themselves as well. I mean, they've got to do something right now. I'm expecting some single combats to start flying about the place, because there has to be some single combats to start flying about the place. Ah, hush! Okay, so they keep Garen alive, and a single combat. So he only just stays alive as well. That's really well played. Well played for. Like, it's the fact they had to do the waiting game with it. Like, they had to give us that little bit of waiting anticipation. Okay. So, just gonna straight up Ravenous Butcher on top of this. I could have Ravenous Butchered before that attack, and that probably would have been lethal. My main concern is that, like, now the heal's coming in and the Star Spring's gonna start going up, but it's okay. It's okay. It's only up to 10. It's only up to 10. The treasures are coming. We're getting very close to getting rid of their whole deck. I will take the damage. And now we put treasures in the deck. Tossy, tossy, toss. Treasures are now in the deck. I feel like we just go for the jettison because we need to be trying to find Tree Man. Like, we either need to find treasures or try and come up with some way of killing. Oh, some eggs. We need to come up with some way of killing Garen, or we need to just come up with some way of which makes them start getting rid of their deck. So, either way, I'm fine. We immediately go forward. We immediately push forth. Obviously, Judgment. Judgment comes out. Oh my god, there's no Judgment. I was actually honest to God expecting Judgment. But okay, I'll take this Shadow Mode to my opponent. I was expecting the Judgment swing. But Shadow Mode, because obviously Garen still would have died, because he still would have, like the Judgment would have been enough to kill the Shiveric Halder. The Shiveric Halder would have traded with them. But honestly, it's really well played for my opponent there. So yes, that is that. Gotta toss them all. Gotta toss them all because it is Pokemon. Or Tree Man. Yes. Whereby literally, it's a really funny deck. When it gets going, and surprisingly, it got a lot of wins. Because you can get deep. You can get to the obliteration factor of Maokai very quickly in this deck. In terms of like how many things are dying, how many things are tossing. It's very stupid because there's literally no interaction with your opponent in terms of the fact that you've got like no Vile Feast, you've got no Withering Whale, you've got no Black Spears, or Vengeances. But it's really funny when this deck works. So please let me know what your thoughts are on it down in the comment section down below. As well as that, if you run this deck, let me know how it goes to you, or if you make any changes to this deck, let me know what changes you would make. But hopefully I shall see you later on this evening, because this should be the last reveals, and then obviously the cards come out tomorrow. So please let me know what you think about this, and as I said, like how it goes for you. But honestly, thank you so much. Discord link down below, as well as the link to the Twitch, so if you want to get involved in that, please feel free to. But honestly, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, or evening, afternoon, or whatever it is for you. And until next time, bye! From Flash of Brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay, say anything from you. Save me. That doesn't save me. Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.